So for Aries Risings, definitely a reality check month around networking, friends, organizational relationships of all kinds, and coming to terms with the reality of those. If you are excited to dive into what the astrology, tarot deck, and oracle cards say about Aries Risings for this month of April 2020, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you always are up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren, a professional astrologer, current college student, and witch proudly out of the broom closet. I combine traditional Hellenistic astrology techniques with modern psychological counseling dynamics to provide grounded spiritual guidance. This video is also brought to you by Rashi Collective. Rashi is my newly launched platform. It's basically a spiritual Yelp service connecting spiritual practitioners with their ideal clients. So if you are an esoteric or metaphysical practitioner of any kind, from a reader to a body worker to an energy healer of any sort, make sure that you post your services down below. And if you are searching for, tarot, astrology, anything along those lines, you can use Rashi to find and get your energetic needs met. We are a space for you to hold space, and we would love to have you in the community. So as I said, this month definitely has an emphasis on a reality check around networking and friends. So we'll get started with the astrology for the month with the day-by-day transits entail, and then we will move to the tarot and cards to round things out, but really getting into the astrology now to begin. On the 1st, Mars continues to join Saturn in Aquarius in your 11th house. There's still this, I don't want to say rude awakening, but definite challenge or limitation taking place around friends or groups. There's both a awareness of the seriousness happening and a drive to get that fixed, or a drive around that showing up in your life. Also on the 1st, Jupiter is conjoining Pluto and Capricorn in your 10th house. So there's definitely an expansion of crisis around career. The month does definitely start out on a more serious note and then continues to lighten up definitely around the end. So stay with me here. On the 3rd, Venus then enters Gemini in your 3rd house. So beauty, harmony, feminine figures, women of all different kinds are coming into your house of communication, siblings, and travel. It might be a month where you are getting money around writing. It also could be a month where you are getting something out of your day-to-day errands, or siblings are coming through for you in a really positive way of exchanging ideas and getting rewarded for that. On the 3rd as well, Mercury conjoins Neptune in Pisces in your 12th house. So some communication around internal states of isolation. It could be that you are getting some downloads through meditation, or getting really descriptive information, embodied information through something like a yoga practice or a retreat, where you are getting information non-linear likely in a way where you are alone, isolated. Maybe you are like in some sort of sequestered state. It doesn't have to be negative necessarily, but it is more of a challenging area that you're receiving really beautiful information through. Could be a time where you realize some sort of silver lining around being alone in a certain context. On the 4th, Venus in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius from your 3rd house to your 11th house. So the ability to receive things via your work and communication, or with siblings, or around writing, is being helped out by the long-term effort that you are putting into organizing or weeding out friendships that no longer serve you. You are being rewarded through the work that you're doing as a means of weeding down the connections that you have a large network around, and really getting focused on who helps you and making money likely, or resources out of that. On the 6th, Mars in Aquarius will square Uranus in Taurus. So this challenge or drive around networking and friends that you're really having to put effort towards pruning things out is being kind of activated by some sort of money dynamic. There's some sort of pressure around money, like lightning energy of surprise around money, that is impacting the way that you're going about networking and friends. There is this dynamic between like, this is what's happening financially for me. It's not so much positive or negative as much as like sudden and erratic, that is asking you to make decisions around networking and friends this month. On the 7th, there is a full moon in Libra in your 7th house. So I did do a full video on this here. It's a culmination that you can watch the entire rundown for after this video. But basically, this is going to be a high point of relational dynamics, of likely letting yourself heal a wound by letting someone or a certain dynamic with someone go. It doesn't necessarily mean a breakup. In fact, it can be a really harmonizing solidification if it is graduating into the next chapter of emotional maturity. On the 14th, then the Sun squares Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn between your 1st and your 10th houses. So on the 14th, the illumination of you and your being is being helped out in a really sudden, intense, expansive way by your career. It's asking you to transform very pertinently, but also giving you the benefit of the doubt that you will get rewards out of transforming your sense of self in a way that helps out your career this month. On the 19th, the Sun enters Taurus in your 2nd house, so there'll be just more illumination around finances and possessions in your life as the end of the month does come into being. On the 20th, the Sun in Taurus squares Saturn in Aquarius, so the illumination of financial or possessional matters in your life is being activated by the challenges or restrictive dynamics in groups and networking. If you're interested in the full rundown of Saturn in Aquarius, that video will be linked down below as well, so that you can make sure to understand how this new chapter of challenges can be really beneficial as a way to implement new reality into our life. On the 22nd, there is a new moon in Taurus. You can watch the full video here, linked down below, if you would like to check that out. That will be around newness in terms of finances and possessions for your life in a really unexpected, like radical way, likely. On the 25th, the Sun conjoins Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. So this is expansive, illuminating energy around finances and possessions. Likely something of surprise is coming to light or radical newness in your value-ridden world. On the 25th, Mercury in Aries will square Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn between your 1st and 10th houses. So some communication about you or communication that you are doing will be around expansion and transformation in career. So you will likely be spreading news around newness in your relation to stepping into a new career role. Finally, on the 27th, Mercury enters Taurus and squares Saturn in Aquarius. So by the end of the month, there is a need to communicate around the limitations in networking or friendships, like you are really making it spoken into existence, the plans that you are leading around new solidification or restriction in your networking world. So with that being said, it is, as you can see, definitely a month on like reality check and stepping into newness around networking and connections in your life. So if you have any comments or questions around the astrology coming up for you as an Aries rising, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to answer or hear some of your stories in order to get a better feel for how we're all vibing with this April. So now let's pull a tarot card to see how this is showing up for Aries risings. So we have the Lovers reverse, which makes a lot of sense because I think that you are stepping into ending power dynamics that are imbalanced, whether it's in one-to-one partnerships or relational networks. You are stepping out of any uneven balances of power. Now for a Work Your Light Oracle deck card for Aries risings, we have the Ever Unfolding Rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So this could be definitely a month of shifts with interpersonal matters, and remembering that it is happening for you if you choose to see it as so, in terms of making space for more aligned friendships and partnerships. Finally, for a Law of Attraction card for Aries risings, we have There's Nothing I Cannot Be, Do, or Have. Welcome to planet Earth. There's nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day of your life experience knowing that your real work is to decide what you want and then focus upon that. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want, and once you have decided, giving thought only to that. I love this card. I think it really speaks to how powerful you can use your mind to create this month and demand better treatment with the relationships and what's supporting around you. So if you did enjoy this and you would like to check out my private astrology consultations below, you can do so by seeing all the links down in the description for my readings, for Rashi, for everything, all the other videos. Otherwise, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment down below any thoughts coming up for you around this Aries April 2020 energy. I would love to hear from you. Sending so much love, and I will see you in another video.
But there is one thing you're all forgetting, that endless morning will turn to night.